What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Rejig Beam Podcast. Hey, Tale! How's everybody doing today? My name is Greg, and I am joined here once again by my lovely wife, Melissa. Holla at them.
Hi, everyone.
All right. If it sounds a bit different, and I hope it does, because we spent a lot of money on this. We spent we
would have spent we would have spent more on the Mac. But
on the Mac. Well,
yes.
I mean, we talked about. I made a little bit of a rant on that.
Well, we did spend more money on that.
We spent $1,300 on a brand new Mac, brand spanking new, and we bought another microphone, and the damn thing wouldn't work. That's the short story. The long story is that I went to the place of purchase, which was Best Buy, and the Apple store, the Genius Lab, and nobody could tell me what the hell was wrong with that computer. I bought two. Because I returned it once, and they gave me a brand new one. It's doing the same thing, and they were like, "I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing." And the Mac people, you know what? It didn't irritate me, but it was kind of bullshit how we got there. And they were like, "Oh yeah, the guy that would probably know." It's always like that, right? The guy that has an expert on this particular issue is not here.
Yeah,
and I was
always.
like, well, that doesn't do me any good. So
we returned it, and we got this, which was a lot cheaper.
Like a third of the price, right? Fourth. This whole setup was like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would have been a little bit cheaper, but we went with the scissor stand and bought a little extra stuff.
Yeah.
But so what we're trying to say is hopefully the quality has gone up.
Yes.
Is improved. The only
for
thing
my sake. Oh, sorry.
You hit your mic stand.
I did. For my sake, because you just kept making us re-record stuff.
I mean, how great is it that we can just sit here now and know that it's recording and it sounds great. We can hear each other. And we know that it sounds as good as it sounds in our ears.
Yeah.
So, at least we got that. Now, if we could just get a better room than the kitchen.
That doesn't echo.
But hey, one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. We don't even have our own house.
That's true.
So, it's like, let's not bore the listeners with our life problems.
Right.
But I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. We can afford to buy some podcast stuff. So, I'm gonna
sit that income tax money.
That income tax money. We just recorded a video, kind of going over the setup. It was an okay video. I'm actually a little bit rusty, so that should be out hopefully around the same time this podcast goes up, or if not later, because it's gonna take me a while. Because I recorded a lot of bullshit. I gotta go through the whole thing. But anyway. Hopefully everybody had a good week. We are pretty excited and a little anxious. We're about to have a new kid in May. New baby girl.
Yep.
So that is seems like it's creeping up on us every other week. It seems like damn, it's getting closer and closer. So
it is. I mean, I can't wait because, I have back pain and hip pain, so
we just want a relief from all the.
I just want the relief from all the pressure in my lower body.
Ah, man, it's gonna be interesting because I think now we've gotten used to the schedule that we have with our oldest, and I mean, I don't know. We've been recording this thing when everybody's asleep, so. I hope that doesn't have to change. If not, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of breaks.
I mean, if anything, you'll just hear like baby noises.
Like, oh yeah, alive on the studio, our baby girl.
She's crying.
One moment. I'm going to have to, what is it called? Filibuster? Oh, shoot. Sorry. That was terrible. That's why you don't put your phone on the table. Anyway. So I wanted to talk about a few things. I don't know how long this podcast is going to be, but at least we know that it's recording now. This is not our 7,000 take, and the audio sounds good. I want to talk about that lady because we were discussing that, but I didn't want to get too in depth. So there was this lady in Arizona, local woman in Arizona. That doesn't make sense if I say local woman. A woman attacked by a jaguar. Arizona zoo should consider moving fence. So this lady was mauled by a jaguar. Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh. It's not funny. Like, I hope she's fine.
Well, she is okay.
Yeah, she's okay.
She only sustained.
Like a little scratch. Well,
No,
as
like
little scratch
nothing
you get from
too
a jaguar.
severe.
Yeah.
Nothing too severe.
So, I've been reading this article from The Independent. And she says, so her name is Leanne. She was visiting the zoo, and she decided to take a selfie with the black jaguar. And I just love some of the quotes that they got here were kind of funny. Like, you know, because when people get interviewed, they kind of, what is it called? They put it in quotes, you know, they just...
Yeah.
And it's just funny to think, like, I actually think this is exactly how she said it. She said, what did she say? She said, the black jaguar was up against the fence, and we happened to be walking by, and we said, hey, let's get some good pictures. There's a bit of a disconnect there. Like, I don't know if it's, if technology has made us dumber or braver, or a little bit of both. To think that it's like, hey, I'm going to take a selfie, so I'm going to go ahead and ignore that this is a fucking...
Wild animal.
This is a wild... I mean, a caged animal, but it's a jaguar. It's not like a dog, you know. It's not a hamster.
Well, I mean, they're still dangerous animals. Like they still
it's a giant cat.
Kill you.
I see an alley cat, and if that thing was to charge at me like ferociously, I would be scared.
I would too.
I would be terrified. Those things make terrible. Now it's a jaguar, so it's like 10 times as big. Show a picture of it. It's a pretty cat. And then she says, a woman also says she would never... Oh, no. Anybody can reach out. Oh, yeah. Okay. So one of the things that I found interesting is that she wasn't blaming the zoo, but she kind of made a comment that's like, the zoo should consider moving the fence.
Yeah.
She said anybody could just reach in. I wasn't the wrong for leaning over the barrier, but maybe the zoo should look into moving their fence back. Anybody can reach out. I'm not the first, and if they don't move the fence, I'm probably not going to be the last. Although I hope that she's the last, at least for a while. Because it's not the zoo's fault, man. I mean, they put these caged animals that are dangerous behind a fence and a barrier.
Yeah.
And they tell you, hey, use some common sense.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I mean, obviously she was in the wrong for doing that. But, like, if anything, they could probably put fences that, like, aren't chain link, but, like, are, the cat can't put its paw.
Or like a glass or something.
Or, like, nail.
But, well, even some people are saying, like, it's not... I mean, when you're talking about a zoo, right, you're trying to be able to, like... Display an animal as closely, as safely as possible, too, right? Like, so, like, hey, look, you can see it. You see it through the bars. It's like right there. You can almost touch it, but you're supposed to use common sense to be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let it get me.
I guess like I'm thinking it as like a parent view because like, I mean, this is a grown ass woman.
She's in her 30s.
Yeah, a grown ass woman who decided not to use common sense.
I mean,
I'm glad she's okay.
But everybody has that moment. You call them brain farts, right? It's one of that moment where you kind of forget where you are. Yeah. And I think that's probably what happened. You know, she was like, oh, like it's in a cage. It can't get
safe.
me. I'm safe. Yeah, I'm just going to just lean over here, take this selfie. I'm glad it was, well, that sounds terrible, but I'm glad it was just her and like she didn't have like her kid or something or somebody young next to her because then it could have been worse. But, I mean, yeah, obviously our prayers or whatever, good vibes sent out to the lady, and
glad she's okay and she didn't sustain any serious injuries.
When I heard the story, I thought she fell in. I thought it was like she fell in. Hold on, there was something about another guy. Yeah, last summer a similar attack involving the same animal occurred with zoo visitor Jeff Allen, requiring several stitches after reaching into the enclosure. So that dude actually reached in there.
Trying to touch it?
Let me touch you. Dude, I mean, come on. You gotta be safe, people. Don't be doing stuff like that, man. There's another, but this brings me to my next one that I wanted to talk to you about. I haven't even told you about this.
No.
So this is news of the weird. I was looking at. I don't know how what's it called? How accurate these are. I haven't fact checked these guys, okay? But it's still pretty cool talking point. Okay, so this guy, his name is. Well, you know what? Let's just whatever. It doesn't matter what his name is. You can find the article on the Shepherd Express. Just look up news of the weird, and this was dated March 14th of this year. So, he's a 33-year-old man from the Czech Republic. So some of his neighbors were concerned about his animals that were living in his property. So this guy had a full-grown lion, and then 2 years later, so he bought a full-grown lion. Okay, and then 2 years later, he added a lioness. You're shaking. Oh, sorry. You're shaking your head already because you kind of see where it's going, right?
Yeah.
So he built enclosures for them, despite government regulations that probably tell you shouldn't have lions, full-grown lions. I guess he wanted some kittens and whatever. And so he wouldn't allow like people to investigate his property because he didn't want. Hey, where you got those lions there, man? So on March 5th, somebody discovered, his father discovered that in the lion's cage he had been mauled to death. And yeah, so the police were called to the scene. They killed the lions, and yeah, and this is presumably grasping for a silver lining. Commented. Oh, so somebody commented, today's incident will finally resolve this long-term problem. I mean, you know, it's hard when you hear stories like this because, you feel bad for the person, but at the same time, you kind of hope that other people see it as like a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like people. This lady was over there trying to get a selfie, but she doesn't realize that it could have easily ended in her dying, right? So she's going to go home. I don't know. I'm not trying to assume anything, but it's like she's probably going home. She was like, man, that was a close one. They really should move this. Like, I kind of laugh it off. But this guy had 2 full-grown lions, and he bought them, and he was taking care of them, and he was like probably thinking like, dude, this is a great idea. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to me. Everybody's crazy. And then his dad comes in. He's just like dead. He's like mauled to death in his cage. So yeah, I don't know. What's your take on that?
Well, first of all, I don't think people should be buying any type of wild animals at all. Only because, well, I mean, they're wild animals.
It's got to be a luck of the draw.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing when you save an animal and they can no longer be put back into the wild because of their situation, whether because they were saved too young and they got used to human contact and other things. You still shouldn't keep it. You should put it into like a wildlife reserve or something that still would be wild-ish and not hurt anybody. But I don't know, people, these are wild animals. Like, they are not meant to be tamed. They are not meant to be tamed. Like, the animals in the zoo, I mean, there's lots of people who are against having animals in the zoo because, they get captured and stuff like that. But, I mean, the zoo has the capability of building, like, a replica of what their habitat would be like.
Well, they also have more staff.
Yeah. To take care of the animals and, they have their vets and blah, blah, blah. But regular people should not be trying to build a fucking zoo because you just don't have the capabilities.
Just because Brad Pitt did it doesn't mean that you should.
No, I don't think it was Brad Pitt. I think it was
That was Brad Pitt.
No.
It wasn't, or was it?
I think it was
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
It was Matt Damon? Okay, I thought it was Brad Pitt.
No, it's Matt Damon.
Never mind. Isn't that based on a true story?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's a luck of the draw, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not. It's not that we're saying that every person that is getting wild animals is asking to get mauled, but you got to think when you put a wild animal in your house, either it's not a matter of if, it's probably a matter of when.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a lion and treat it like a domestic cat.
2 lions.
Or 2 lions, 2 full-grown lions that were probably captured in the wild.
Yeah.
Not like used to human contact, not like little cubs that, you know, you gotta play with, but 2 full-grown lions, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
you shouldn't do it at all. But
I've seen domesticated dogs turn on their owners.
Yeah.
Man, that's a sad story because now, like, everybody lost, you know? Like, the lions are dead. Mm-hmm. Somebody lost their life, you know? It sucks. We're just gonna start the podcast by bringing everybody's mood down.
I mean, like, it's not like you could return those lions back to the wild either because, you know, they had lost their family already. They're not gonna be accepted by other lions. You know, they're most likely gonna die.
Yeah.
Out there, so, you know, it's like they're screwed either way. And since they tasted human blood, they had to be put down, I guess.
I mean, do you think they would have kept him even if he had just kind of like scratched up or something?
I don't know, because they probably would have try to find like a zoo or something like that can ease the lions into other herds. Oh, sorry. You know, unlike herds, prides. I mean prides, you know.
I think they're called prides.
But I don't know, it's really hard to tell because since they were fully grown.
We should have put your pop filter on the top. Do you want to do that? Do you want me to pause it real quick?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'll just stop moving my hands so much. But it's really hard because I'm Mexican.
You're gesturing a lot. Ah, man. Dude, I don't know. I guess I understand the appeal of it. A little bit, but then I don't. Because, like, sometimes I think of, like, wouldn't it be cool to have, like, an eagle or something? Just, like, have it perched on my arm.
I think that's just, like mankind kind of thing, you know, you want to...
The dominance.
Yeah, you want to be like, you know, I'm not above, but like I've tamed this animal, you know.
Yeah, like you're control of something powerful.
Yeah,
I get you.
Like I'm more powerful than the lion because but I'm like, but then you're not more powerful.
I mean, I'd be hard pressed to find someone that's strong or stronger than one lion. I definitely don't think I'll find someone that's strong.
It's not the fact that, you know, it's like you're trying to prove that you're stronger. It's trying to prove that you're, what's the word for it? Not stronger. I guess you're more intelligent. You're more
superior. Oh.
Superior. Yeah, you're more superior than.
I get you.
You know.
Yeah, I get you.
Trying to prove your superiorness, like, oh, I got this line.
Top of the food chain.
I'm top of the food chain. I got you.
Yeah, right. Killed you. Damn, I wonder how it happened. I wonder if he was just like. I wonder what the lions were thinking the entire time. Like, dude, like this guy is starting to get on my nerves. You know, he comes in every day, and like feeds us this raw steak. Like, I don't want this raw steak. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think most of the stuff we should just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. There's other ways to assure your position in, but I'm telling you, I think it is like that kind of like alpha, like top of the food chain. Like, let me.
Yeah, I mean, humans have been trying to prove that they're alphaness since the beginning.
I think that's one of the appeals of having pets. Like, maybe we're not like that obsessed anymore. I don't think anybody goes like, oh, I have this dog so I can boss it around. Or maybe there is. I don't know. Probably is. But I think it makes sense that why we like a companion that we know is loyal. Like, what do you always people say? Like, we like dogs because they're loyal.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, it's like, oh, so you like a dog because it does what you tell it to do.
I mean, that's why you try to train dogs and make them do what you want them to do.
True. Yeah. You could do that to a lion. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, you can, but like it's really.
But I'm saying you're
like
rolling the dice every time, you know?
I mean, you could train them enough.
What was that?
I have no idea. You could train them enough, to where they kind of listen, but you can't train them fully to where they won't hurt you.
Yeah, like I said, I think you're rolling the dice on that. And it is a little bit cruel to kind of like move them and try to give them something that's similar to their life in the wild as opposed to just leaving them alone in the wild. I'm trying to think if he probably didn't catch some himself. He probably paid somebody.
He probably bought them.
How much is a lion worth, you think?
Probably a shit ton.
Can I have the lion? Maybe he had a discount. Oh no, but he bought them separately. Never mind. Dude. I don't know. Let's talk about pandas. Panda. So, in Muskego, Wisconsin, police were called to a home on February 22nd after a big teddy bear was reported to be at a neighbor's front door. As it turned out, the human-sized panda, certainly not native to our state, was a 48-year-old man who had been asked to check on the dogs and thought it would be funny to prank his neighbors through their security system. I knew my neighbors had cameras, and I thought I was going to make the ordinary, extraordinary, and dress up in a panda suit. The unnamed man told. So apparently he had also picked his daughter up at school and met her at the bus stop in the suit. Pandas are her favorite animal. Oh, see that's a nice dad.
A teddy bear.
A teddy bear. Yeah, this is a giant teddy bear. That's not a reason to call someone. It would be a reason. Like, I think there's a panda in my neighbor's yard.
There's a teddy bear-like creature.
There's like a giant teddy bear-looking thing.
I can't think of what it reminds me of, but a teddy bear-like creature.
Like one of them teddy bears. Is it a bear? No, that's good. Wow. Do you guys hear a dog drinking water? Hey man. Not cool.
Jesus.
You good? You got a good drink? Huh? He just has like the dumbest look on his face. He's a Westie poodle.
Westie poo.
He's a Westie poodle mix. If you guys want to know what kind of dogs we have. We also have a Pekingese poodle mix. Yes. A Peekapoo.
A Peekapoo and a Westie poo.
And
we like our
they're
poos.
Pieces of crap. No,
we like our poos.
We like our poos. We got them because they're hypoallergenic, supposedly. They don't shed that much.
No, every now and then they will, like their winter or summer coat. But
they're really fluffy. They probably need a bath.
Oh, I'm sure they need a bath. I mean, I have no sense of smell, but I'm sure they stink.
Yeah, they after a while they get that dog smell. I hope I don't get that dog smell. Well, it doesn't matter because you have no sense of smell.
Yeah.
What do you think would be like the worst time for your sense of smell to come back? Like you think of a scenario
where for some reason, I'm in a sewer.
Yeah, why would you be in a sewer?
For some reason.
Yeah, well, okay. I meant to say like in our actual life, or you don't think there's probably not, huh? Are you worried that if it comes back, it'll be like super strong, like you won't be used to it?
I doubt it'll be super strong.
Maybe it's resting and then like it'll come back like
more powerful than ever.
You'll be like Wolverine. You'll be like, I can smell.
I'll have the super sniffer.
Yeah, you'll be
like Bird and Guster.
Ooh, Psych reference. Yep. You guys watch Psych? That's a good show. No, it'd be cool. Imagine you be like, it's like, oh, It's like I smell a food truck. About 50
I wouldn't.
kilometers.
I wouldn't
50
like having.
50 clicks.
I wouldn't like having a smell that's super strong.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. You basically be like Daredevil. The Daredevil has that. He has like every sense heightened except for his eyes.
Well, obviously.
But he can see. That's what I was saying. In the show, somebody asked him. By the way, spoilers. They asked him, "What do you see if you like open your eyes?" And he was like, "A world on fire." And then they kind of showed what he sees, and it's kind of like everything's like super like yellow and orange, but he can still see. Just looks weird. So it seems like it's false advertisement.
I mean, he still can't really distinguish, things,
Yeah.
Like he could be
shapes.
like, there's like a person standing in front of me, but like he can't see what they actually look like or
like details.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's probably like more like just like a blob, like kind of. It's kind of like infrared, like like
I
the
get what
heat
you're saying.
signatures.
Yeah,
It kind of looks
You're
like
just
that, right?
like a blob.
Yeah.
It must be easier not to judge people when you can. Maybe that's what we should do. We should all just bird box it up. Do the bird box challenge. Awful lot of car accidents happen. I'm just kidding. Don't drive like that, obviously.
Obviously. Until you get self-driving cars.
Dude, I don't know if I think I would trust it in a short distance. And if it was like I don't know. It depends on how fast you're going to. Because if it's like what is it? Like a urban area where it's like you're just traveling short distances. Like, all right, I'll
But if you're doing cross country.
But like on the highway or something, like there's too many things that go wrong, And I always wonder, can they force? Because they can't force. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they can. The government can do whatever the hell it wants. But they can't force everyone to stop driving altogether. So
yeah,
you would still have like
cars,
regular people driving. So you're just like chilling, like. Oh, I'm just gonna go to the store, and then some dude's like trying to run a red light, and then boom, hits your self-driving car. What's the self-driving car gonna do? It's like, it has sensors. It's gonna beep. You're about to get hit. That's even worse. Yeah,
brace for impact.
And 3. We still haven't gotten it down to a science yet. It still doesn't know exactly. It's like brace for boom. We've been talking.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I mean, we're getting close to it. I think they have models and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but,
I think Google has one. Let me see.
But like, there's cars that, like, if you get too close to another car, it brakes for you, or it self-parallel parks and stuff like that.
Parallel parks?
Yeah. There's a car that self-parallel parks. Like, you just
I
pull up and then you're like, okay, parallel park, and then it parallel parks.
Okay,
for
parallel park.
Well, I mean, I think it's like a button or something.
I think you're just like, hey, parallel park.
I mean, pretty soon.
Hey, car, parallel park for me.
Pretty soon you're gonna be able to do that.
We get some local news that we want to hit up. The weather. I think the weather has been like the one thing everybody's been talking about. It's because it sucks over here. Got like some crazy
Okay, it
winds.
doesn't suck that bad over here
so
compared
terrible.
to where we used to be.
Yeah, we lived in Nebraska, and like right now it seems like Nebraska's underwater. It's the lost city of Atlantis is in Nebraska, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, like, first it started like snowing. It's like a freaking snow globe. Just couldn't stop snowing, and now all that snow is melting and they're flooding.
That's crazy, man. Do you think they have so much snow and it's like all this water? Where is it gonna go? And they have rivers. We've been there. I mean, we lived in Bellevue. There was rivers and a lot of places for the water to go. But now those places are
the base where the base lake is and the Paradise Lakes. Like they closed it. They evacuated there because it's flooded.
That's crazy. We'll finally get some fresh water in there because all was nasty water before.
I mean, it's
crazy.
mixed in.
It reminds me of like back in 2006 when we had those floods
here in El Paso.
EP. But now we got this nasty ugh, just like
I think we're just not used to it anymore. It's just little sandstorms now.
yeah. That well, it's been like 50. No, okay, that's way too much. Crazy winds. Just been tearing up. If you guys know, for those of you who live in El Paso, you guys know about the swamp meet. El Bronco has
Has 2 signs.
has 2 signs, and one of them has been knocked down.
One that's on the ground that I guess like points and says, "Here's a Bronco," and the other one that's the white tall one with the horse on top.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that people, like, even because I saw it on Facebook, and then people were asking, like, "Is the horse okay?" Ladies and gentlemen, we can confirm that the horse is okay.
Just a sign on the ground got pushed around.
I was saying that, just imagine if like people were going like, "Hey," or like somebody called it in the radio, like a police officer. "All right, breaker 19, we got some strong winds. The Bronco swap meet sign has fallen off." And he's like, "Sir, can you confirm?" I don't know. I don't know how to talk on the radio.
Like,
"Can you confirm that the
horse
is still there?" And he's, "Sir, horse is still there." And everybody, I just imagine like in NASA, and everybody claps. Everybody's clapping like, yeah.
I mean, I don't even know why they have that sign, because everyone
everybody just
only
goes,
looks like you're driving down and you're like, oh, there's a horse, there's a Bronco, you know?
I mean, you look for the horse. That's what it is. A Bronco. But yeah, it's been causing a lot of accidents. I heard one of my what's it called? One of the people I know. Jesus, I couldn't even bring it. He's my classmate there. That's what I was trying to say. Damn, couldn't think of it. Sometimes I can't English
Brain
or
fart.
Spanish. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, brain fart. I was taking the selfie by the Jaguar.
By the horse.
He was saying that his neighbor had like he was fixing up a truck, like a 67 old truck. I don't know anything about cars. Had the engine all opened up and everything. He was getting ready to, like, get it nice and fixed. I think he was pretty close, and tree just poof, right on top of it.
Wow.
I know.
That sucks.
I know, man. It's just like nature doesn't give a damn.
Damn,
It
nature,
does
you
not
scary.
Give a damn. Like, our cars right now are looking like we just took them over there to the Monster Jam last week. They're just like, it's a muddy rain. Just picture that. If you're not from the desert, that's what you have to look forward to. Sometimes it rains, but sometimes there's wind with dust in it. So you have muddy rain.
I mean, well, last time we were looking at your car, we're like, it looks like someone just bent over and just sharted all over it.
It looks like a cloud. Well, yeah. It looks like some mud monster just kind of like opened his butt cheeks and was like...
just all over your car.
All over, just... It's terrible, man. I was trying to get it off with the power washer thing that my mom has, and that dirt, some of that dirt...
Just kicked on there.
I thought I told you to turn that off.
Then you said, never mind.
Did I say that?
Yes.
I don't recall saying it. Sorry. I'm a stickler for noise. Like, now that we have these microphones, I'm just like, I don't want anything to be in the background. That's the compressor from the water dispenser.
Well, it stopped, so now you don't have to worry about it.
What brand is that? What happened to the brand sticker? I think it fell off. Huh. I was gonna give them a plug, but it's not even there anymore. Yeah.
Who knows?
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been having issues with your fridge, an old fridge, and stuff on the bottom is freezing, and you don't know why, it's because the bottom is dirty.
And you need to clean it.
And you need to clean it. When's the last time any one of us really opened up the bottom of our fridge and cleaned it out? I know I had it. My dad had it. Because when I went in there, man, it looked like freaking Tales of the Crypt. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
You never watched that show? It was a weird show. It was like one of those like scary story, but for adults. It was like Goosebumps for adults.
Did it have that weird looking old guy?
The little Moni. Yeah. That's the dude.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was the guy, and he would laugh like.
Yes.
Yeah.
That weird looking old guy.
There was one that like sticks in my mind all the time.
But I don't remember the stories. I just remember him.
Yeah, well, there's two that always stick in my mind. Well, three now that I'm thinking of it. No.
4,
Mainly
5.
okay. Mainly one that always gets me. It's this guy. He found like a meteor or something, and then so he touched it and it burned his fingers. You know, I was just like, ow, whatever. And then I think he picked it up with gloves or something. I don't know. He took it home. Or, I don't know. Maybe he didn't. It doesn't matter. He picked it up with his fingers.
Either he did or he didn't.
I don't remember. But he had like the pointer and his thumb were like burnt. And he started getting like this weird, like, almost looked like grass. It's that thing, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. No, but so he had his pointer finger and his thumb, and they had like little grass kind of stuff going on it, and it started spreading to his whole hand, and like since he was like licking his finger trying to like, because it was burnt, it like got in his mouth too, and like it started spreading into his mouth, and then pretty soon like his whole body like he looked like he was wearing one of those ghillie suits.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those for hunting. That's what it looked like. And he was like that all over, and his voice was all like fucked up or whatever. And then at the end, he grabs a shotgun and he just shoots himself. Yeah.
So what was the point of that story?
I just remember that episode so vividly.
Yeah, but we were talking about cleaning under the fridge, and then you start talking about that story.
Oh, because it looked like Tales from the Crypt. That's what I said.
Oh.
See, we did a 360. We did it on a one. Yeah.
So it looks like the bottom of your fridge was wearing a ghillie suit.
No. It looks like the guy from Tales of the Crypt lives in there.
Okay.
That's what it looked like. But I was remembering a story from the show.
Okay. Well, I'm glad
we wasted everybody's time with that story. It's almost 40 minutes in. Sorry, I had to drink some water. So, we have an opportunity to watch Shazam 2 weeks before it opens.
Well, we did that with
How to Train
Your Dragon.
When we did that, I was thinking like, oh, they're only gonna do that with like. Well, I mean, it's not a B-list movie because a lot of kids wanted to watch that movie.
I wanted to watch that movie.
It was a good movie.
It
was a good movie. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying I thought it was maybe it was only for certain movies,
it's
like
not
kids
a B-list movie.
It's not a B-list movie. I'm sorry. I mean, it can't be a B-list movie if it's in theaters.
Well, you said I thought they only did it with B-list movies.
No. I said not a B-list movie. Like I thought it, but I didn't want to say it. But then I did say it, and I offended you. I'm sorry. I liked that movie. It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I didn't enjoy it as much as the other ones. I think just because I knew it was gonna end.
I still liked it.
And you can't have the perfect ending.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. They closed it up, wrapped it up in a nice little package.
Even got a little emotional.
You always get a little emotional.
No, I don't. But my sister always gets emotional.
Yeah.
She always gets
I don't think there's ever been a movie that
and
we've
if
watched.
she's listening, always.
There's never been a movie that we watched with your sister that she doesn't like start crying.
I mean, movies that don't have anything sad.
Most of them. I think, I don't know. Now I can't remember a movie that we watched with her that she wasn't crying.
Maybe like a funny movie.
Do we watch funny movies with her? Oh, Sausage Party.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, nobody was crying in that. No way.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah, no. Especially that end
orgy.
Scene. Yeah, especially that end scene at the end of Sausage Party. She was bawling. She was so sad.
It was a beautiful orgy.
She was so beautiful. I never expected your mom to start crying. Or I never expected to see your mom cry in a movie until we watched The Star Is Born.
Oh yeah. Well, she was tearing up. Today because it was her birthday, so we took her to go see 5 Feet Apart, which is a good movie. I liked it. It's definitely a chick movie, but it was a really good movie. I liked it.
But what do they have?
CF.
Cystic fibrosis. What is that? Do you know?
It I mean, I don't know like the technical, but like it affects like your lungs, like your immune system is really bad. And
it's highly contagious, I'm assuming?
It's highly contagious especially with other CF patients. Like,
yeah,
a CF person can't get really close to another CF person because they can catch each other's diseases.
Her life-threatening disorder that damages the lungs and digestive system.
Yeah. Usually if you have cystic fibrosis, you need a lung transplant in your future.
Yeah. Treatment can help a condition can't be cured.
Yeah.
It's rare too. It's only 200,000 cases per
Well,
year.
we have
US.
friends that
Yeah.
have a baby with CF.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird long pause.
I mean, I would never like suggest her to go watch that movie,
Yeah.
only because
Well, didn't she make a comment about that?
yeah. I mean, it's not it's not something like she wants to watch like
Yeah, I get you. Well, it's like saying like it would be the same as like somebody coming up to us and hey, you're from El Paso, right? Did you watch Coco yet? And I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why'd you assume that I watched it just because I'm Mexican? Like,
yeah.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Like,
I mean, like either way, she's not she doesn't like romantic movies anyways, like
Yeah.
chick flicks, like because she doesn't
that seems kind of a little bit insensitive to
Yeah.
assume that like, oh, you have someone, your kid has cystic fibrosis. Why don't you watch this movie? Maybe.
yeah. And she's like, no.
It's one of those things that people do, It's like they watch something that reminds you of, oh, like I know somebody like that.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
well, you have cancer. Why don't you watch Fault in Our Stars?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, don't you have cancer? Did you watch that movie? Like, what? Like, that's,
Why would
it's
I?
not the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Or like you ask like a black person, hey, did you watch? I don't know, Straight Outta Compton. Hey, do you like Straight Outta Compton?
Or Friday.
Or I really like that movie. It's like I don't care. Like,
Have you seen Friday?
have you seen Friday? I think everyone should see Friday. That's a funny movie.
Or like Barbershop or
I
something?
immediately when I saw that it was very rare, I immediately looked up Guillain-Barré again just to see, because Guillain-Barré is 20,000, sorry, and I think cystic fibrosis is 200,000. So mine is rarer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Okay, first of all, yours.
yeah, mine's over, and mine was a mild case. Yeah, fewer than 200,000 for cystic fibrosis. But I mean, we're talking about something way more life-threatening and uncurable. So, but anyway,
Yeah,
we're
like
talking about Shazam.
Like, yeah, even if you get like a lung transplant,
It's just you're just
still
born with it. It
Yeah.
seems like you're just born with it.
yeah, it doesn't cure it.
Yeah.
It just prolongs your life
Born with shitty genes.
for a little bit longer.
I wonder if they've ever done like what's the most transplants that you can do in a person? Like if you just like a full transplant of everything, that would be crazy. Like, it'd be really expensive too, but it'd be crazy if they this is the only way to cure it is if literally you just change everything.
I mean, you can't change your immune system.
Yeah, I know. But can't you change like your thyroids and stuff like that? I don't know what a thyroid is. I just know it does stuff.
I mean, well, first of all, you'd have to find a person that matches everything to the T.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Well, don't they have like stem cells and stuff now? Isn't that what those things are for? Stem cells do everything.
no.
But anyway, we were talking about Shazam.
Yes. Let's move on from all this medical stuff because we don't know
We don't
anything
know what the hell
about
we're
it.
talking about, okay? The only thing we know is that Grey's Anatomy is a good show.
And it's completely accurate.
Everything in that show is accurate.
We're just kidding, by the way.
No, totally kidding. House is accurate. No, okay.
No, Scrubs is more accurate.
Yeah, I think Scrubs is one of them. That's what some people say.
Yeah.
It's like the most medically accurate. But again, we're not talking about Scrubs. We're talking about Shazam.
Medically
We're
accurate.
talking about Shazam with Jeremy No. What's his name?
Levi?
Damn it. I don't know his name. Brandon Levi? I don't know. That's not a real thing. But anyway, we have the opportunity to watch that 2 weeks before it opens. So, we're going to be able to tell you guys, hopefully, when are we going? Like 2 weeks
The
from now?
23rd.
23rd? Okay, so on the 20th, or either that week or the next week, we'll be able to tell you guys
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi. See, I knew it was Levi. Something Levi. There's a Captain Levi in Attack on Titan, but we're not talking about anime. Yeah, so that week we can probably even give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Well, no, we can't. I'm saying we're gonna be able to tell you guys what we thought are
No spoilers,
are irrelevant
opinions.
opinion that nobody cares about. Just us. This is just for us. You guys really sorry. This is therapy for us. We sit here and we talk to each other.
Because we don't talk in real life.
No, we pass each other by in the hallways, and we don't even look at each other.
We just grunt at each other. We're like,
Is that how you grunt? Yeah. You're a really bad grunter. Just stop. You're a really bad grunter.
I don't grunt at people, so I don't know.
Have you never done it before, like to practice?
Practice for what?
You just go. No, you gotta get that gravelly in there.
I don't grunt. I think it's rude to grunt at people.
I just love it. Like yours sounds like a. That's what yours sounds like. Doesn't sound natural. If you did that to me, I would start laughing. If I went, and you were like,
Yeah.
sounds like you're trying to burp, but you can't.
Like I said, I don't normally grunt at people, so.
You're rusty. You gotta practice.
I mean, I don't want to grunt at people.
Why not? Just kidding.
I've been grunted at. I don't want to grunt at people.
Who grunted at you?
Oh, you know, who grunted at me.
Who grunted? Tell me.
You know, when I was working at the hotel.
Oh.
Yeah.
That bitch. That lady that won't be named. Oh, I already gave up that it was a lady. But she identifies. That's good. Oh man. I really shouldn't make jokes like that. I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I still get a little bit salty after that one comment I got from that video I posted like 1,000 years ago.
Yep.
But it's gone now. Not the video. The comment. Lady. See? I probably offended that person just now by saying that. Lady. It. No? See? I don't know.
I mean, some people identify as it.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta know the pronouns and all that.
I mean, people can identify as anything. Really. I mean, people could be like, I want to identify as an apple, so you gotta call me an apple.
But does that mean that... Yeah, I guess you're right. But how far do you take that, though? You know what I'm saying? How far do you take that? Because, like... Let's use that extreme example. Because fuck it. We're talking about stuff that we don't understand because we're not going through it. So we can be as extreme as we want. Probably. I just made that up. But if you do it...
You have that really sensitive. I heard a car.
You heard the car? Yeah. You want me to lower it a little bit?
If you want to.
Here, let me... Whoa! You see? This is all done live, guys, so you can see that we value authenticity here. Yeah, we're still pretty good. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so like if you identified as an apple, right? An apple doesn't have any rights. Right? An apple doesn't have a right to say anything. An apple is not considered important enough to... Like if an apple could talk, why would I listen to it? If an apple had a grievance,
because
why would I care?
I'm still human.
I don't know,
so
but,
as a human,
but you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
you pick and choose.
It's just people not wanting to be put in a category.
Well, I get that. I mean, I get labels are bad, but
yeah, I think there's even... I don't even know if this is true or if I saw it, but people were trying to get bathrooms that weren't gender neutral, like that were gender neutral, like were for, you know, people, not like girl or boy.
They have that already, don't they? Like family bathrooms? Isn't that what it is?
I mean, no, I think they wanted a bathroom like for just anybody.
I know, but I get what you're saying. I feel like that
also,
the stuff like that exists.
Not
already.
a lot of places have family bathrooms.
Yeah, I just think that's a very simple solution. just make every bathroom a family bathroom. I mean, obviously,
Or
if
have
you
the
be,
boy and girl bathroom, but have a bathroom that's a family bathroom.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's a. Everybody can use a toilet. So why don't you just make a bathroom that has nothing but toilets? Boom. Everything's a stall. Gender pronouns. That's not what I want to see. Oh, stupid Google auto completed it. I'm trying to look up that specific thing. Gender unisex public toilet. Thinking of turning one more bathroom gender neutral. Be sure to create well facilitated opportunities. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, because I think lots of transgendered people didn't want to use the bathrooms that, you know, people say that, you know, they're like, well, you're not really a woman. You're born with a penis. You're a guy. You have to use the guy's bathroom. And girls didn't want them in their bathroom. So,
Right.
you know, the only thing that they were able to do was go to a family bathroom if there was one.
Right.
And even then, with the family bathroom, it's only one toilet. Mm-hmm. And only one person can go in there at a time. Except if you're a family, of course, and you have to change the baby's diaper and whatnot.
Right.
But it was still... it was still very hard. It's still very hard because it's a weight.
I think it's a very new issue.
Yeah.
It's definitely not gonna be resolved overnight. And I feel for people that I know they're probably sick and tired of everybody talking about them. But I think they have to understand that most issues, even the smaller ones, don't get fixed overnight. And the big ones get fixed over years and years and years of slowly but surely getting to a place, you know, realistic goals.
I mean, now people, like, if there's a problem, you know, and there's enough people, they want it to be solved, like, yesterday.
Yeah,
you know, and
it doesn't work that way.
Things don't happen like that. I mean, I'm just talking as a parent. I mean, there's still restrooms out there that don't have, like, women's restrooms that don't have changing tables for babies.
Yeah.
You know, you have to change your baby on the floor. Or like, where you can. Like, if you can change them on your laps, because people have done that, change the baby on their laps. But, I mean, I think every bathroom, women, men, you know, should have changing tables.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about...
but that's just a different issue.
That people want to fix quickly. Like, it was only a few decades ago that people were still segregated by the race.
Yeah.
In certain states, you know what I mean? So, like, and look at now, like, people still claim... I mean, there is still racism. And so, to think that now we're bringing this new issue up and now it's going to get solved like that in a blink of an eye, that's not realistic. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I empathize completely, but it's not going to get solved overnight. But what I was trying to say earlier, get to the point, like, like, how far do you need to take it? Because I think there's certain things that, I don't know, man. Like, I still don't 100%. It still confuses me a little bit. You know, if somebody identifies, especially when you're talking about, like, somebody who identifies as a man, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry, the other way around. If it's a man that identifies as a woman, right, but is competing in, like does, like, a woman's sport, but, you know, it was transgender, and then, like, they start doing all these, like, record breaking stuff, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how far do you need to take it, and how far are you willing to take it? Because if you say you identify as a cucumber, okay, but a cucumber doesn't have any rights.
Yeah.
I guess I get that that's your prerogative, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know, man. And it goes along with what we were just talking about. It's like, it's not just enough that you believe it and you feel passionate about it, But to think that you're just going to be able to walk into a room and every single person's going to be like, bleh, yep, I'm going to follow you blindly with what your conception of reality is. You can't do that. It's naive and it sucks, but it's the truth. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, I think, only time will tell, because, it's a very sensitive topic, and it's...
How did we get here?
I don't know.
This is a very strange podcast.
Yes.
I was trying to make it...
We're going everywhere.
I was trying to make it be like a news thing. Like, we were supposed to be talking about weird news around the world, then we started talking about transgenders.
I mean, our podcast just kind of goes all over the place because we just start talking.
We just kind of... It's like word vomit. Mean Girls. Just blah,
Blah, blah.
blah. Just say whatever we want.
Yes.
But yeah, I think we've, people need to be more like jaguars. Boom, there's your 360. Yeah, just kidding. I like to try to tie it in like at the end. It's such a stupid way to tie it in.
I mean, it's a, what we were talking about, it's a very sensitive issue, and it's, something that we don't have have full knowledge about.
Or full attention. I think that some people forget about that too, There's things that don't apply to certain people. Not because they're bad, not because they're less important, but because everybody has their own crap going on. And if something doesn't immediately affect their lives, it's not going to register as strongly as somebody who needs it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're parents, so if they did something that affected, our well-being of our daughter, maybe something with daycare or something with child Medicaid or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Something that would affect us as parents, and it would affect her.
Then we'd probably be
we would be on the first. We'd be like, oh crap! Like we got to do something, or we got to find out more about this.
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody who has no kids and doesn't want any kids and lives by himself, and
if it's not,
they hear that on the news,
not affecting
I don't care.
It's like,
it's just, and that's not a bad thing. It's just, it sucks. I like to say things that people are too polite to say, and the thing is that everybody gets busy. Everybody has stuff they got to do. And some things are just they're going to let it go in one ear and not the other. Or maybe they'll keep it in the back of their minds. But it's like, well, I mean, why do I need to do something?
Yeah.
I think, honestly, most of the time, if you do the bare minimum, I talk about this all the time, you treat people the way you want to be treated. That's it. What am I doing about spousal abuse? I don't beat you. What do I do about child abuse? I don't beat my child, right? Animal abuse, I take care of my dogs, right? I don't go around being racist to people. I don't go around killing people. I don't go around stealing. So at least I can say, as far as me, I'm trying to be one less person.
Yeah.
And if everybody did that, then there'd be no crime. It'd be nothing. But that's not.
People think differently.
In a perfect world, exactly. Everybody has their different priorities, so. And got 2 minutes before the hour, so if you want, we can wrap it up now.
In our weird
kind of way.
Podcast.
By the way, we don't drink and we don't use any drugs, so this is just our minds, our sober minds, coming up with all these topics.
Yes, we
don't. Burned through a lot of topics. We're gonna call this one. What did I say? What did we say last time? People?
Really?
Yeah, really? No, something I don't know. Something along the lines of like people. Sometimes people, I don't know.
I forgot.
We'll think about something.
We'll
just call it, well, this happened. That's what we'll just call it. Well, this happened. Or something like that.
Randomness.
I come up with the coolest titles, don't I, guys?
Yep.
You can't even say that to me with a straight face. How are they going to say that to me?
I mean, I don't read your titles.
You just listen to it? Well,
I listen to it when I'm not on it.
True, which is not very often.
Yes.
I like it when you're on it.
Thank you.
By the way, I am trying to book some more guests. Obviously, we've had Firelane Podcast on here. You guys heard my friend Joe. You guys heard my cousin Irvin. But now I'm trying to like really just get some just variety of people, not necessarily people that I know all that well, and talk about things that I have no idea about. So just stay tuned for that, and please let us know if you guys like this new setup. I think it sounds pretty good. I think it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it was a little sensitive.
Yeah, we had a little bit high today.
Yeah,
and like I said, we're literally we're filming in the kitchen, or excuse me, we're recording in the kitchen.
So echo.
Our dog kennel is like right behind Melissa, and we have a fridge on one side, and we have a water cooler thing on the other side, and the outside door is right there. So sometimes you can hear cars whizzing by. So I mean, can't do anything about that right now. But
the outside door, the front door.
Did I say the outside door?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Is the door considered outside or inside? You ever think about that? Whoa.
I mean, there's one that's out.
No. But like, if that was the only door, would you consider it both in and out?
Yes.
Whoa. Is that like a paradox?
Has one side out, one side in.
Exactly. But no, you're right. The spring door.
It's in two places at once.
But see, technically, because we got the spring door and we got the other door, right?
Yes.
But the only thing that's keeping the wood door from being completely outside is that spring door, which is full of holes.
I mean, I think it's still, like, the wood door would still be considered outside, like the
facing
one side.
out.
Only because it still gets affected by the weather and,
True.
you know, outside.
Oh, man, that whole concept of inside and outside now is tripping me out. I'm just like, is anything inside anything? Because technically the house, but yeah, I mean, you could be inside the house.
Yes. And outside.
Whoa, what is going on? This is going to be a whole new podcast tomorrow. We're going to talk about inside and outside.
No.
We're going to wrap it up here, folks. We've been talking a little bit more than an hour, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. This is a nice one. I feel like we were a good flow.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I'll take your word for it. So if you guys want to know about all the gear that we bought and stuff, we'll leave a. Well, we're gonna post a video. Hopefully, have all the links to the Amazons, and you guys can see what it looks like up close and whatnot. So stay tuned for that whenever that comes out. Whenever I have the time to edit it. And I do want to start posting other videos. I kind of want to do like some movie reviews that I used to do back in the day, but a little bit better scripted, I'll say. They're not going to be
You might actually have a script.
I might actually have a script, yeah. Maybe have some talking points as opposed to just talking out of my ass.
Just like what we do here in this podcast.
I could talk out of my ass for an hour. And,
Stop hitting the table.
I'm sorry. I get excited. I do a lot of hand gestures. I talk with my hands. So don't forget to follow us here on the Reject Bean Soup channel. I said it right this time.
Yes.
Reject Bean Soup channel. And we're also on Podbean, which is free to download for iOS and Android. We paid for the whole year. So we're kind of stuck with that app for a little bit. They're not bad. I mean, it's a good app. So you guys can check them out. And if you don't, then we might just get rid of it and stay on YouTube.
Well, I mean, we're going to stick with it for the year.
Yeah, so we paid for the year already. So tell your friends about Podbean. We're not sponsored by them. But guys, come on, at least give me my money back. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, check us out on Podbean and YouTube. And you can follow me on Reject Bean Soup. That's on Instagram. And then if you want to follow me on the Snappy Chats, you can look up... That's what my wife says, Snappy Chats, so that's what I like to say. I say it because you say it, baby. You made it cool.
Yep. Snappy Chats.
Snappy Chats. That's Panico, Hispanico. But if you're watching this on... Well, actually, even on Podbean, all of those social media links will be in the description. So, you guys have a good night. Have a good week. I don't go to school next week, so it's going to be nice. A little week off.
Nice little vacation.
We're going to get a massage next week, so that's going to be awesome.
Oh, I need it.
So yeah, we will keep you guys updated on the baby stuff. And yeah, anything you want to say though?
Nothing, just enjoy your week until you hear us next week. And
yeah, don't do anything until we post another episode. Like literally just sit around. Don't go to work. Don't feed your kids. Don't eat. Don't sleep.
Yep.
Because
you're anxiously
you're anxiously
awaiting
waiting. Yeah.
our
Just be on
next
your phone.
podcast
Just be like staring at your phone screen till you
for a full week.
till you hear that notification. And by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you click that stupid little bell icon when you subscribe to my channel.
So you get notified.
Yeah, well, you get notified. I hate doing that. I hate having to say that to you guys. But some people come up to me, like, I don't get your notifications. You gotta just tap the stupid bell. That's YouTube's. That's YouTube's thing. It's not my thing. So anyway, you guys have a good one. Catch you later. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.